Traders of the world, this video is specifically for you. Let me also add this for you. I have actually lived in all 5 of these countries. So like other videos out there, the individual talking to you may have heard this or that, but no, I have lived this and that.
And also, all of the footage you see in this video was shot by yours truly. No stock footage. Steak time.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time stopping by, on this channel we talk all things finance, all things investing, and we love to mix in a little travel along with that as well. Traders of the world, this video is specifically for you. We're going to talk about my top 5 countries for traders. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Now, this video, we're not going to go into nightlife, the party scene, the beaches. This video is going to be only things that are important to the trader. All right, now let me also add this for you. I have actually lived in all 5 of these countries. So like other videos out there, the individual talking to you may have heard this or that. Okay, but no, I have lived this and that. I've lived in all 5 of these countries for an extended period of time. So let's dive right into it. Coming in at number 5, Panama. Panama City, Panama is where I spent a lot of time. When I first left the United States of America, I went straight to Panama. And let me tell you, it's an amazing country. But let's dive into the trader pros and the trader cons about Panama. First is going to be Airbnbs and hotels with strong Wi-Fi. Most of the Airbnbs across that city, the hotels, the Wi-Fi is going to be stable, dependable. You won't likely have any problems in Panama City when it comes to your Wi-Fi connectivity. Okay, next, solid power grid infrastructure. You don't see a lot of power outages across Panama City. Even in bad weather, if it goes out, it'll be for a very, very short period of time and it'll come back on, more than likely. So the power grid infrastructure in Panama is solid. All right, next, easy long-term visas. And this is for US citizens. You can arrive to Panama and you can actually stay for 6 months without having to leave. Now, once you get to that deadline, on the 6th month, you will have to leave and come back. But when you return, your 6 months will start over again. So you can do this for years and it won't be any problem. You don't have to actually go through a long process of obtaining the visa and showing bank statements or proving where you work. Panama makes it very easy for US citizens to stay for an extended period of time. Let's jump over into the trader cons about Panama. More expensive Airbnbs and hotels. You're gonna pay a little bit more in Panama for your accommodation. They have great accommodations all throughout the city, but yes, you will pay a bit more. And when I moved there back in 2022, the prices for the Airbnbs and hotels were cheaper than they are now. Panama is getting hot, everybody's going there, everyone's talking about it, so prices have gone up. Next, more expensive food in your restaurants and on your food delivery apps. Now in the US, the prices are higher, of course, but just letting you know that when it comes to this list, these top 5 countries, Panama is going to be a bit more, all right, than these other countries that I'm going to talk about. All right, next, coming in at number 4 is going to be Colombia, which is where I am right now in Medellin. Let's dive into the trader pros and the trader cons on Colombia. Airbnbs and hotels with strong Wi-Fi. I've had very little issues here in Medellin when it comes to Wi-Fi. Where I am now, in this building, the Wi-Fi is really good, very dependable. Let's move on to the next trader pro. solid power grid infrastructure here in Colombia also. I don't experience any power outages. I've been here numerous times. I've stayed here for an extended period of time, and I've never had any issues when it comes to the power. The next pro is going to be affordable food in the city. All right, now the food delivery apps, the restaurants here, you can go spend more if you want, but on average, you're going to pay a bit less here in Medellin compared to Panama. Let's hop over to the trader cons on Colombia. Number one, there is a visa required for long-term stays here in Colombia. As an American citizen, once you get past 90 days, you need to figure something out. Because if you stay longer than 90 days, which is what I did previously on my previous trip, you're gonna have to pay upon your departure. Now, when I got to the airport, when I was leaving before, immigration authorities, they actually let me leave without paying. But they said, hey, when you come back, we have a bill for you. And guess what? When I came back this time, they had a bill for me, and it was a big bill. Okay, so I had to pay it. They said, hey, if you don't pay this bill, you can't leave, buddy. So yesterday, I went and paid that bill. Number two, more expensive Airbnbs and hotels. So here, just like in Panama, you're gonna pay a bit more for your hotels and your Airbnbs in Medellin. Because, hey, everyone's talking about Medellin, everyone's coming here, a bunch of tourists are in this city. So the Airbnbs and hotels are going to be a bit more than the other countries that I'm going to mention on this list. And coming in at number 3 is going to be Peru. And I was in Lima. I was in Lima the whole time. Let's go into the trader pros on Lima, Peru. Number 1, Airbnbs and hotels with strong, dependable Wi-Fi. When I was in Lima, I had no issues with the Wi-Fi there. Very strong, very dependable. Number 2, solid power grid infrastructure in Lima, Peru as well. Number 3, affordable food in your restaurants and also on the food delivery apps. I will have to say, the food delivery apps in Lima are amongst the best. Next, affordable hotels and Airbnbs across the city of Lima. You can get a lower price on your accommodation, or if you want to ball out, you can do that as well. But they do have a lot of affordable options across the city of Lima, and those options are nice. Let's hop over to the trader cons when it comes to Lima, Peru. Number 1, visa is required here as well for long-term stays. Once you go past 90 days, you have to figure something out. I did the same thing, you guys, in Lima as I did in Colombia. In Lima, I overstayed, and upon my departure, I had to pay. Now, when I got to that airport in Lima, they said you can't leave until you pay. Number 2 for the trader cons on Lima, Peru is going to be at the airport now. And it's just an annoyance because it's happened to me every time I got there. My trading setup, I have 2 monitors here, and I have 2 laptops, and they're all in my book bag. So I arrive, I get the baggage claim, get my 2 suitcases, and I've got my backpack with my 2 laptops and my 2 monitors inside. When you are leaving out of the airport, you have to go through one more security checkpoint where you put your bags on the belt and they scan them. So I put my suitcase on the belt, put my book bag on the belt as well, and they see the 2 monitors and the 2 laptops. A barrage of questions, you guys. Opened up the book bag and questioned why I had so many computers and monitors. And it was about a 5-minute conversation. At one point, she even said, hey, well, you're gonna have to go to the office about this. And I was just like, how? Like, what are you, to the office, really? Maybe at that point, she said, well, this guy seems like he's cool. You know, we're not gonna, just go ahead, sir, go ahead. So she just let me pass through. And coming in at number 2, Thailand. Then I spent all of my time in Bangkok. So let's go over the trader pros on Bangkok. Number 1, affordable hotels, and Airbnbs across the city of Bangkok. Number 2, solid power grid infrastructure in Bangkok, Thailand as well. When I was there, had no issues at all when it came to the power. Number 3, affordable food in your restaurants and on the delivery apps. Now, you may say, well, I heard that Bangkok can be expensive. It can be. Yes, you can go to a restaurant and you can spend a lot of money. But if you are in your Airbnb and you jump on Grab and you order some food, it's not a bunch of expensive options on Grab. You can order something very affordable and have it delivered to your building with no problem. Moving on to the next, Trader Pro. There's going to be plentiful food options on the street. So if you just want to live on street food, you can. And it's going to be very, very affordable. Let's hop over to the Trader Cons on Bangkok, Thailand. First one is going to be, there is a visa required for long-term stays. So if you want to stay for a year and 2 years, you're going to have to figure out some type of situation for your visa. The popular one out there is the DTV visa. Moving on to the second Trader Con, Airbnbs and hotels with spotty Wi-Fi. You can find an accommodation with good Wi-Fi. However, I did come across a few places where the Wi-Fi was weak, it wasn't dependable, and I just wasn't a big fan of the Wi-Fi in Bangkok. All right, everybody, and this is what you all have been waiting for. My number 1 country for traders, Vietnam. Let's dive into the Trader Pros on Vietnam. Coming in at number 1 is gonna be very in all caps, very affordable Airbnbs and hotels. Now, I spent the majority of my time in Da Nang, Vietnam, and I was paying as little as $15 a night for a very, very nice place that was close to the beach. Okay, so very, in all caps, very affordable accommodations across Vietnam. Next, solid power grid infrastructure. And you can see on this list here, I have the arrow going over to the other column because monsoons, heavy rain, they have those seasons in Vietnam, and you can have an issue with your power then. But in the other time, I had no issues at all when it came to the power. Moving on, very, and this is very in all caps, very affordable food on your delivery apps and in restaurants in Vietnam. Okay, so you can really, if you want to live on street food in Vietnam, you can spend $2 to $6 a day if you just really want to do street food. Moving on, plentiful food on the streets. So as you walk around, you will pass a bunch of vendors, and they have tacos, they'll have a banh mi, they'll have, there's so many different things that you can get on the street, and it's super duper affordable on the street, and there's a lot of it. When it comes to staying there for a long period of time, you can do a border run. There's a company you can reach out to there. There's a few, but what they do is you book with them and they take a bus trip. And I was in Da Nang, so we took a 5-hour bus ride to the Cambodian border. You stay there for about an hour, hour and a half. They do all the processing, and then you take the 5-hour bus ride back into Vietnam. So it's a whole day, but that gets you an extension for another 3 months. So you can just do this every 3 months. Or some people elect to just leave Vietnam. They'll go to Malaysia, they'll go to Thailand and come back. And you can do that as well. Let's hop over to the Trader Cons when it comes to Vietnam. Number 1, Airbnbs and hotels with spotty Wi-Fi. Now, I did come across, I would say, 2 accommodations there, both Airbnbs with good Wi-Fi. I also came across other accommodations with Wi-Fi that was spotty, it wasn't strong. What you want to do, and this is what I do, especially on the Airbnbs, I will actually message the host before I book and inquire about the Wi-Fi. You can ask them, hey, I need a speed test. Send me some information on that. Have you had any complaints? And just scan those reviews for people talking about the Wi-Fi. Number 2 on the Trader Cons just speaks to the power grid infrastructure. So you can have some power grid issues if the weather gets really bad, and that's going to be like the rain, the heavy rains. And I want to thank you for watching this video. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you've been to any of these countries. What do you think? Drop down in the comments. Be sure to follow me also at High Def Jones on Instagram. And I will catch you all on the next video.